Hello everyone, this is Merritt Trainboy speaking, and welcome to a new unboxing review and close-up. Today we are going to take a look at the new and improved Thomas & Friends Wood Thomas the Tank Engine. Now, as you can see, this is the new version of 2019. Where it's fully painted, and as you know, since 2018, which was last year, this new range has been introduced, which was replacing the Thomas Wooden Railway, and a lot of people have complained about this range, where the fact the engines aren't fully painted and they were showing signs of wood on them. But sometime later, Mattel has decided to do some modifications to these engines where they got fully painted. And so here's one of them now, which is Thomas. So before I take him out of his packaging, let's take a good look at it. You can see that's the front. And here's the back. And there's the picture of the character, which is inside the packaging. Of course, it's Thomas. And there's the information, which talks about the character, depending who they are, and I think that's the same as it was before. You can pause the video and read that if you want. And here's the front again. So let's get Thomas out of his packaging and take a good close look at him and compare him with the original one. Alright. So here he is, free from his packaging. And let's take a good look at him and spin him around. And of course, there's some, a few new details as well. Like, for example, on the bottom. So, let's compare this model with the original one, which is from last year. Which was released last year, I should say. So here, as you can see them side by side, this is the first version with the exposed wood, and this is the new version with fully paint detailing. So here you could easily tell the difference from one another, where you could see the exposed wood and that you can't. So let's have a look at the original version first. So this was the model of the Thomas Wood engine that was released last year, when Thomas & Friends Wood was first introduced. And as you can see that there has been less paint on this model. And a lot of people have complained about this toy. That there's not much paint, of course. Like, you see on the back here, it doesn't have any paint at all. Probably on the front as well. And you can see here, the whole chassis is unpainted. And you can see here the name of the character has been built into the model. It was just molded in there. Originally with Thomas and Friends wooden railway trains, they had their names just printed on. But here in this range, the name has just been molded onto the model. And you can see here that circle right there, that's for representing the dome. And you can see there's he's got the buffer beams painted. So there's been a few good things about this model, like the buffer beam has been painted. And this part right here, the wheel arch, and what so on. Now let's have a look at the new and improved engine. And so, as you can see here, this new version of Thomas looks very excellent. Although there has been a few changes to be spotted, like, of course, these black areas is around the wheel arches, which the other Thomas doesn't have that feature. And of course, there's still that same circle, which is for representing the dome. It would have been nicer if that was in a 3D look. But of course, I'm sure you know the rest due to the color. And there's the black lining to the cab door. And you can see the back is fully painted, as well as sort of the front. And you can see here the whole entire chassis of the model is fully painted in back in black, unlike this one. And of course, the name of the character is still built into the model, still molded onto. But also underneath, you can see here, there's these two metal circles, which I think these are supposed to be bolts, I think. And it made me wonder if these two are for holding the model together, or they're for something else on a playset. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But I'm sure that these two are for holding the chassis onto the body of the engine. What else is different? Apparently nothing else I could find is different. The number 1 looks like it's the same, and the face is the same. But actually, it seems to be a bit longer. So, as you can see here, I'm just lining up the rear wheel with the other one on the old version. So you see, this new version seems to be slightly longer than the previous one. So I think it's back in the same length of where the other model from the Wooden Railway range is. But I'm kind of sure about that. So yeah, I have to admit, this new version of the Thomas & Friends Thomas Wood engine is better than the recent version, because all this detailing and how fully painted it is. And what else can I say? What's so on? I felt like getting more models like this, since they all now got fully paint on their whole bodies. But we'll see. And I even felt like getting Nia and Rebecca and adding them to my Thomas Wooden collection as well. So, whatnot. So, that's all for now. So, thanks for watching this unboxing review and a close-up, everyone, on this new and improved Thomas Wood engine. I'm just glad that these style of wooden trains are back to their original paint designs. And stay tuned for some more videos, which I have also planned for this year. Hopefully I'll get most of them in time done. And what's so on? And until next time, everyone, this is Merritt Trainboy, signing off.